Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, beautiful people. Good evening. It is Monday, October 24th. I said I was going to go live at 5:15. Excuse my tardiness. It is now, what is the time? 5:17. And I just would like to welcome everyone that's coming into the chat. This is a different time that I'm going live on a Monday. So I hope to gain everyone's, support on this special live about Mr. Latruth. And I'll wait for some people to get in here. Let me see. Good. Welcome, welcome. I don't see any comments right now. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Hi, Candace. Hi, Chocolate 47. Thank you, ladies. Hi, thank you. Let me just give my shout outs to the replay gang. And let me shout out the Bushwatchers. I said the replay gang. You have the best seat in the house. Shout out to the Bushwatchers and the podcast listeners. Thank you for joining me on a Monday evening. Short notice. But, I feel like the people that come in here and they saw the title will have a great live, a decent live, a respectful live with all parties involved. Um, Everyone is entitled to their opinion, pushback, and this is an open panel, open discussion, and we're just going to, tackle it with some sensitivity. We just can't like pursue this issue in a way where we offend or hurt future parties. So thank you for just coming in. And before I get started with the live, I just want to read the disclaimer because I feel like this is something that the content creators that's covering this topic should do. At least, have your ducks in a row or be prepared just for anything that might come your way. And then I'll go into the chat and shout out the beautiful people that join me on this beautiful Monday evening for this special edition of Bronx Girl. Now, listen, this is the disclaimer. The copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Okay, so I'm going to start with my roll call because this I usually go live. I wasn't going to go live today, but this topic, I was sitting back listening to different creators give their take on it, and I was like, dang, the spirit that I have within me, no other spirit, just my spirit, my many personalities was like tackle this subject in the way you can, where you could draw people in, and they probably get a different perspective and a clear understanding and just a different perception and outlook. So here we go. Candace is in the house. Hi, Candace. Chocolate 47. Hey, Elaine. Thank you, Elaine, for always remembering our motto, the bold, the beautiful, right? The bold, the beautiful, the cool, the confident, the sexy, and the intelligent. That's what makes a brave heart. Miss YouTube on fire. How you doing? Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Lakeisha. Hi, Tammy. Lauren, how are you? Shafana, I love it. You sound good. Let me see. Oops, I don't want to miss nobody. Virgo 73. Nell is in the house. Hey Dion. Hey Gail, how are you? Candace is welcoming everyone to the chat at this time. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe or comment how you see fit. Let's see. Hi Shirley, and Jersey girl. Hey baby doll. Detroit in the piece. Yes, Detroit in the house. I love you too. From a distance. I love you too from a distance. I like long distance relationships. I will drop the link. Hey, J. Gill. Hi, Michelle. And Katrina. Katrina. Hi, Katrina. Shalanda. Hi, Shalanda. Shalanda is in the building. Beautiful woman. Speak with passion. And I hate that word passion because I feel like that's a different word when people try to say people are angry. She speak from the heart. She speak with who she is. And I don't think that you can just like look at her and say, oh, she's deceitful. Not saying that what people say, but the way she speak and the way she pour her heart out to people to let them know this is who I am, this is me, take me as I am. What a beautiful Hazel Tana, Burgundy Eyes, Sharon is in the building. Here she go with the link. Listen, I haven't gotten to the link part of the live yet, but we will get there because it's needed. And I want anyone who wants to come up here and say and make their statements or state their opinions or what is it called, the opposition, opposing views, you are welcome to do that. I'm more than welcome to listen, and the respect from the chat will be given. So listen, I was listening to a lot of people. You welcome, Miss Shalanda. You are more than welcome. Anytime. Hi, Faye Kelly. How are you? Listen, so let's just let's just jump into Mr. Latruth. Hey, Mary. How are you? How you doing? Thank you for coming to this late evening live on a Monday. I was listening to some people, listening in, listening out, like, oh my goodness. Have an open mind, Bronx girl, because people have their opinions and everyone's opinion is not gonna line up. Everyone's opinion is not gonna be how you say it, accepted. All we gotta do is accept, I mean, not accept, respect one's opinion, but we don't have to accept it. I have learned that in life. Ha! Pink Room Eats is in the building. Hi. That is so beautiful that you are here. I was like, oh shit, that's so, oh my gosh. Now I got to be on my best behavior. Oh gosh, we got another Bronx native up in here. How you telling it all, Sabrina? Telling it all. Yes. Oh my goodness, I gotta be on my best behavior. This is such a beautiful. Okay. You just threw me off with your presence. Pink Eats Room. Go check her channel out. She does food commentary and she's good at what she do. She's really funny. I'll let her introduce herself on her live and tell you what she's about because I don't want to give out no one names, but I've known her forever. We live in the same neighborhood. So thank you, Pink Eats, for coming to my coming to my live. Oh my gosh, Miss Understood. How you doing? Just got in. Yes, thank you. So listen, without further ado, let's jump into it. I want to go straight to the point. I want to get to it. I want people to see how raw and gritty I can get with this topic and still be respectful to the parties involved. Yes, I'm trying, and thanks for the shout out. Of course, we're just getting started. Pink Room Eats. So listen, let's get one thing straight, where I'm coming from with it. I feel like when I look at the commentary in regards to Mr. Latruth, first I want to say I'm very repulsed by him. Like, he's just cringy. I'm sorry. There's no other way to put it. I'm not attracted to him. He doesn't stimulate me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I know a lot of people may be like, that's your problem. But what about the people that are sexually attracted to him and stimulated by him and his disgusting, awful behavior, right? So since this incident has happened, people want to, cover it up in an insult, wrap it up in a insult and say it's a skit. Now, why would people in their right minds will automatically think someone allegedly being abused by their spouse is a skit? That is absolutely disgusting, right? So here we go. Now, listen, I just want to know why there are women in this world, whatever sector you come from, if are intrigued by Mr. Latruth, that's okay. I don't see I don't know. So why is it that women are so quick to come to this man's defense and blame the woman that's being allegedly abused by her husband and her spouse? Right? Can anyone explain that to me? Because that is absolutely disgusting. And that is absolutely harmful to her children and to her in the long run. When people say, oh, women need to stick together because what, queens don't tear each other down. We put whatever they say, the lies that they tell about queens respecting one another or queens supporting one another. This is not that case. This is not the case where women are sticking together because you at first have to believe her before you don't believe her. When she go and she give out, a statement to the police, The police is not there to say, I don't believe you or believe you. She's given a statement, right? I'm just saying this in general because a lot of people, I have seen a lot of women in the past 48 hours have put their blame on this woman, say she's lying, say she's exaggerating. In coming his daughter's mother, I guess his oldest daughter's mother, she made a statement today and she says she backed up Briana and everything she say is the truth. So how is it that someone has experience with him and someone that is sharing their experience with him, have shared their experience with him currently, presently, is a liar? Okay? That is absolutely disgraceful, right? So a woman such as his daughter's mother, because she did say, I am not your baby mother, I'm your daughter's mother. And I agree. I don't have a problem with Zachary's father calling me his baby mother. It's fun. It's just funny to me. I don't take it personally. I don't look deep into it. I just be like, okay, because we're not married. Whatever the definition behind a baby mother is, I don't fully know. But I do know that when it comes to topics like this and the seriousness and the nature of this topic, people need to start being a little bit more, empathetic towards her, Briana, and stop making excuses for this man. Right? This is a man who has the means to get up here and deceive anyone that he may see fit. Vulnerable, weak women that is lining up because they want Briana out the picture to see if they have a chance with him. Right? Wait, let's go into the comments. Candace, I don't think they should have put the kids into it. I didn't agree with his daughter doing a live, and that's one thing I'm going to hit on, Candace, is I didn't even look at his daughter's statement. The kids should be left out of it. I totally agree. They are babies. They will be traumatized from this, but children are resilient, but they don't forget. Children just don't lie like that. And I didn't even look into the children, but yeah, they should leave the children out of it. That's why I'm going to respectfully ask the chat just to let's keep the children out of it. Whatever the children said, let the children, laugh amongst themselves. I just don't want to get into what a child said about something I can't verify. And I'm just coming from the heart with that. Hey Renee, how you doing? Thank you. If it is a skit, they both going to have a lot of people mad at them. I don't think it's a skit. I don't think people should jump to saying it's a skit. I know people have a deeper thinking mindset than just to call it a skit. You know what I mean? I know people have prejudice, discrimination, and this is not the place you should be prejudiced against another woman because you feel like she's lying and you feel like she's mixing the truth up, right? His brother came forward today dressed in Muslim attire, right? That's to throw you off right there because Muslims have an aura about themselves. Not the real Muslim, I won't just say Muslim people have an aura about themselves where they have values, integrity, and morals. This is not what was presented today. His brother sitting up there defending his brother, disgusting, awful behavior that they should have got this man help for a long time ago, right? Right? He needs help. And people fail to realize that he does need help. He hasn't got the help that he needs from childhood, from teenage years. So you know what he do? He projected onto the women that are vulnerable, that are weak in his mind, that are not going to fight their battles and leave it up him to do it. He want a woman that is he made up in his head a fantasy woman that he could never fulfill. He would never be happy. He would never be satisfied. I am sorry that if I'm just saying that he would never be satisfied. He is a miserable man inside. He's bitter inside. And I will say this again. A lot of men suffer with identity crisis and they are confused. And I'm going to stress that does not mean that they are homosexuals. That does not mean that they are gay. Men cannot be themselves. So they have to project this image of a macho man, an alpha male. And, it's so hard for them to love because they are taught, especially Black men, that we have to provide for the woman. We can't show no emotions. We can't submit to our woman. We can't listen to our woman. We can't hear our woman out. They can't chatter. They can't do this. This is the type of example. This is the example that Mr. Latruth is setting for the future impressionable young men to come. And then there's the women that sit there and influence him, encourage him, and support his behavior. Right? I heard one content creator say, I need to hear both sides of the story. I need to know how the conversation started, when the conversation started. That does not matter. The fact of the matter is that Mrs. Briana is accusing her husband, allegedly, of domestic violence, abuse. She did say Saturday. I think she did say Saturday. I'm going to go to the comments. Please give me a second. I just wanted to get out the statement. I'm going to drop the link. She did say that she did go to the police and made police reports. Why would she lie about this? She did say that she was dragged throughout the house. She did say she had witnesses. Someone from his past that he has another child with confirmed the same thing. So you tell me, how is it that she is so creative? How is she so, her imagination is so vivid that she can make up lies like this off the top of her head without consequences? Tell me. Tell me, how is it that she is able to do this without consequences? Let me go to the chat. I said hello to Renee. You can't really tell this. Candace, you can really tell that she is messed up by the whole situation. Hey, Queen V. Thank you, Candace. Thank you, everyone, for support and Pink Room Eats. Candace, and to say, exactly, Candace, and to say he beat her till her skin came off. Shake my, why wasn't he arrested? So listen. That right there, you questioning the victim, and I'm just saying, speaking like how things work mostly in America. The woman do not always come forward, maybe because she think her abuser may change. She thinks she can change her abuser. She think that's some form of love. A lot of women has been beaten to the pulp. Let's take what's her name, for instance? What's her name? Tina Turner. That's the one thing I could think of when I think of Mr. Latruth in not a parody, but to compare similarities. I think of him, Ike Turner, and I'm talking about in the rare, real form. Not just saying he's a abuser, but that's the type of abuse that she probably had to endure over some length of time within the 6 years she was with him. Okay, let's not throw shit under the rug. Let's not act like he does not have a major responsibility in his marriage, an obligation to support, protect his family, which he has not done at all. Okay, right. I haven't been caught up, but I've heard of him. Yeah, I've just started watching him. Pink Room Eats. Let's see, Candace, I agree with you. In a court of divorce, they don't even allow them to in the courtroom under 18. Well, I don't want to bring the children up at all. Preach. My ex was trying that mess, and I had to leave him alone. Exactly. I hate baby mama. Don't ever call me that. I am your son, daughter's mother's. Period. Listen, I don't get caught up in the baby mother labels. That doesn't bother me at all. Because if we call the children that's not married to the mother and father a bastard, how does that sound? What is bastard worse than a baby mother? Probably because Mrs. Latruth has been playing it as a skit for so long. She says she lied to CPS in the past. That could come back, and seriously, she needs to be careful. Listen, women lie for men all the time, especially when they get caught, especially when they don't come forward, especially when they don't have nowhere to turn, especially if they are dependent on that man to front for them and take care of them and take care of the house and home. I want everyone who has an opposing view about Briana, Mrs. Briana, and her statements and her truth that she's coming forward. Read up on domestic violence and see if she have the traits of a abused a woman. Sorry, I'm just saying. They said the police have been to their house several times. Right. So if the police have been to their house several times, that means there were altercations going on. That means that they were needed to be out there, called, and come see what was going on, even if it was a welfare check. I'm sorry. Displaced anger from mom to girlfriend. Right. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Hi, Sheila. How you doing? Let me see. I'm gonna see that the child said something like that, Bronx. Wow. Okay. Sometimes it's fair. It is fair. Exactly misunderstood. Hi, Sherilyn. How you doing? Let me see. The daughter wouldn't be credible. She said that her dad hasn't reached out to her since the incident. Then a few minutes later, Excuse me. Then a few minutes later, she said he showed her his lie detector test, which was taken after exposure. Listen, why he taking a lie detector test? That doesn't prove anything. That's not even upheld in a court of law. Lie detector tests are not even accurate at all. You can you can do anything to make those lie detector tests play to your excuse me. I'm just saying lie detector tests should not be dependent on, and that shouldn't even be a factor to prove your innocence at all. Good evening, Bronx girl. Hi, Sherilyn. I feel like they all protected him in the past. She even said it that every time they went through something, she came forward to say it was a skit. Right. Exactly. That's not always a skit. You can't always put something off as a skit because people like me with open minds and who have a mentality of where, like, listen, I don't always take things at face value, but this is the new umbrella talk, right? You you use the skit and you say, well, this is a skit to make yourself look good. Nothing is a skit to me at all. Even when you think it's a skit, the only person I could say that do skits is Country Wayne. Like, his skits are believable. I mean, like, not believable, but they are skits. So when you do backhand skits and like back, what is it called? Backyard skits. It's hard to believe it's a skit for me. I'm sorry. Why either one of them took a test? She posted hers. I don't know why they would go through that misstep and take a lie detector test because that proves nothing at all. Even people were saying that she was lying about the injury to her finger, that she had her cast a sling or on one hand, and then you see her the next time it was on another. Like, how dare women that's supposed to be of integrity and morals and values and of character and how you say courageous and brave say or even question her at any time. You see his characteristics, you see his traits. He is absolutely, you talking about I'm arrogant and I'm this. It's so quick to call a woman arrogant when she can express herself freely. But when it comes to a man who's arrogant, pompous, boastful, downright disrespectful, demeaning, and degrading to women, oh, he get a pass. Okay? He get a pass, right? She took a lie detector test, not him. I don't think she should have ever took a lie detector test to prove what to who. Sorry. Bronx girl, no disrespect intended. Is it right to withhold sex from your partner? Seems like that was the main issue. Also, she took a lie detector first. Who held sex from who? Like, I don't understand, like, the part when people question, like, the how did she withhold sex from him? Maybe she wasn't sexually attracted to him. Maybe he is whack in bed. Maybe she don't feel like she should be sitting there like a corpse, laying there like a corpse, and satisfying him, and he's the only one being satisfied. He don't even seem like he enjoys sex. If he enjoys sex with his wife, he would not be having these allegations brought against him at all. If the sex life is so good, how could you have time? Because sex is a part of and a form of communication. If she withheld sex from him, so what? That's good. It's up to him to have discipline and to make and to make it work. I'm sorry. I heard him on a video telling her he would put her on out the car, and he did say, "I will." Yeah, I heard that too. Hey, Laverne, I heard when he said that too. You know, um, I heard that too. Bronx. Hey, hi, Lauren. Sabrina says, wait. Oops. I went a little bit too far. I didn't even know all these comments was here, y'all. Okay, here we go. She probably withheld sex because she was already emotionally and mentally checked out from the marriage. Listen, if she didn't want to have sex with him, then she didn't want to have sex with him. Maybe it's a task having sex with him. Maybe he is so repulsive. Maybe he is so, like, downright disgusting to have sex with your own husband. Like, he probably think of her as a machine. Like, she could keep going and going and going. Some men get it twisted. Women are not machines. Women are not robots. Okay? We have a life too. If any man out there that think that a woman should have sex with him when he requested, and you don't think you should make her happy with gifts, because I'm different. If a man wants sex from me, my husband, whoever, boyfriend, have the how you say it, the courage or brave enough to say, well, Leela, I want to have sex with you every day, all day. I said, oh, okay, $1,000 a day is the fee, since you want to treat me like a machine. If you could get it from somewhere else for cheaper, go ahead and protect yourself. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. Some people just take shit out of. Let me go to the comments. I saw a FaceTime video they had. He still was trying to blame her for his actions. He's such a narcissist. And I don't even feel like he's a real narcissist. I feel like he's a pretend one. I just feel like he's a punk way deep down inside, that he used narcissistic tendencies to cover up who he really is. They said narcissists fall under psychopaths. Is he a psychopath narcissist? We just can't call him a narcissist and be okay with that. And she probably thought he was cheating. That's why she went for his phone. Listen, and I'm gonna like stress this again. Like, you don't have to pry into your man's phone, but if you need something or some clarification and you look into his phone and you get the answer you need, it's up to you to just deal with it at the point you need to deal with it. Hold it close to your vest, but I'm not going to keep checking your phone. It only takes one time for me to check your phone every so often if I have some type of suspicious. And a lot of people may equate that to insecurity, but you know what? Your phone is the window to your soul. If you want to know a lot about a person, check their phone. That's how I feel about that. Lauren Ward. Okay, I didn't know that. Right? All he said was he wanted love and affection. If she don't give it, they will go somewhere else. Why the hell would she give him love and affection if he's always angry and combative? And you're supposed to become the person, not become, but it's supposed to, make your woman feel secure, protected, and safe. Women, we as women, because I don't care if you call a woman masculine or not, we are gentle at heart. Not at heart, but we are naturally gentle. Women are soft. So if you are a man and you don't know how to keep those things in place, you failed. Whatever you thought you was doing, trying to like throw money at her, that's where you probably lost it. You became arrogant. You made a little bit more money. You felt like you didn't need her. You felt like she wasn't, how you say it, needed as much as she was in the beginning. I know men like this. He's absolutely disgusting. He is absolutely disgusting. I've been there, so I know the feeling a woman mind is going way before physically. Listen, that is absolutely true. That's his fault, not hers. You pushed her away. You gave her the enough ammunition to say, I don't like you no more. Don't touch me. You repulsed me. You're disgusted. You are absolutely I don't know, despicable. Okay, I'm just sorry. Hey, Dana Dane, how are you doing? He probably have her so mad and upset that she don't want sex. In my opinion, he probably is annoying. Listen, he probably wanted sex like she's some type of robot or something. He wanted sex from her, and she probably was like, how you say it? Say no, I'm a good. He treated her like a machine. He thought she was a machine. He thought she was an animal. So the sex wasn't good enough for her, but it was not satisfying for him. He could never be satisfied with sex. Men like that don't become satisfied. It's hard to satisfy them. He's an asshole. And that is just a little bit too much of a compliment to call him an asshole. He's beyond an asshole. I'm sorry. Jersey girl. Hey, Jersey girl. How you doing, Jersey girl?
Woo! What up, dog?
Hi.
How
How
are
you
you,
doing?
dog? We miss you. I hate when you wait and give us a delay, and you don't come on as often as we all like.
Oh, thank you, Jersey girl. How you
What's
doing?
going on with you?
Nothing, do you want to tell us what's on your mind this evening?
You've been missing in action.
I know.
You
Sometimes I don't
you've
like.
been missing. You've been missing in action. You always give your alter ego perspective, and I need you to come on often. Up that. Don't laugh.
Look,
Yeah, I hate when you laugh. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's me and you. Hey, act like ain't nobody on the set. I cannot stand when you laugh. You be laughing at the wrong time, dog.
Listen, I laugh because that's just naturally in me. You
I
know,
already know.
I
I know
know
you
a lot of black
always.
women
I know you.
struggle. I know a lot of black women struggle with like being who they are.
Wrong girl.
I don't
You
have
be
a
laughing
problem
at
with
the
being
wrong
myself.
doggone time. Listen, nobody know I'm upset. When I know I'm going through my own thing, and when I'm upset, here you come. Hey, girl, no, not at the right time.
Listen, I laugh at shit people probably find sad. Like I don't like find people's stupidity sad. I find it funny because a lot of people in these YouTube are like embedded in stupidity. Like I laugh at
Yeah,
that shit. So like
yeah,
if I was to speak my mind, because I laugh a lot of shit. A lot of shit is like funny to me, entertainment.
yeah.
It's nothing but entertainment. I laugh at stupid shit. I laugh at probably inappropriate stuff. But that's never gonna stop me from being
But
who I
that's
am.
what they're not getting with you right now. But it's okay. It's all good. Listen, I don't know if you even seen. I know you love Roz, and I know you respect her. And listen, look what she did yesterday. She did the most beautiful thing. My mother has been in remission from cancer for like 35 years now. But I did my blankie and I did
Mm-hmm.
the socks.
Thank you, Candace. Those are nice for breast cancer.
Didn't put them on. I
You still there? You went on mute.
live while I'm busy. Somebody
Yeah,
trying to
I'm listening.
call on what everybody always trying to interrupt me when I'm doing my program. But Detroit in the building. Detroit is in the
Detroit in
building.
the
I Bronx
building.
girl. Detroit in the building. But listen, Bronx girl, I really respect and appreciate everything you have done, said, and
Oh,
doing.
thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You've
Mm-hmm.
always kept it above. And I just
Thank
really
you.
want you to know, if nobody know me, my niece does, and I don't know if you follow her, but I'm not going to throw out no names, but I'm just saying, you got my respect and you
Thank
got
you.
my support. And I really sit back sometime, listen, and watch. But I'm not saying everything you say is everything to me. But when you pull it out,
Mm-hmm.
you look, you make them shake and roll. You Bronx,
Thank you.
you know what you're doing. You already know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
It could be
You ain't no
scary
joke.
too. It
No,
could be scary
no,
too.
you should scare yourself because some things that is pulled out of you, you ain't even ready for it. You ain't ready for the things you say because you don't know what's coming at you. And I do respect and love you. You act like my sister, my baby sister, and I'm gonna tell you
Mm-hmm.
right now, I love and respect you. I do, but
Thank
it's
you.
times you make me wanna. I'm telling you, but I do get where you're coming from. I honestly do. I ain't into that. What they call it, the what y'all zodiac sign thingy. I'm July 2nd,
Mm-hmm. I
1966.
cancer.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into that zodiac sign things. I had a love for God from the day I was born. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I do. I respect. It's something about you that I'm gonna find out a little bit later. But you got something in you. You do. You said something about what's that kid? What's that kid? With the broadcaster that you follow a lot, and you say you want to be with him, like you want to be like
Oh,
him.
Howard
What's that
Stern.
kid?
Howard
Yeah,
Stern.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got that. You got that. We can have a one-on-one, but I already know. I see you. I see you. I see, and you know who you are. You ain't gonna play pretend with me. Not another day. Not another day.
Well,
Not another day. I understand. No, nope. Look, I ain't Sharita.
you
I ain't
still
gonna
do
over
you follow
talk you,
Sharita?
dog, but I already know what you got.
You follow Sharita?
Who?
You follow Sharita?
Who?
Oh,
Who?
okay. I got you. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm good. But shut up. See, there you go with that laugh. See, you always doing that corny stuff. That's so corny.
Listen, I
Speaking
know.
of,
Listen, if
I
I
love
was,
you so
let me
much.
tell you
I
something.
do.
I am
It's
made
just
of
something
multiple
about
personalities. I could be a real Republican if y'all want me to. Trust me. My laugh is not nervous. I be laughing because I just think shit is funny. I don't,
all
not to you.
right, I gotta go. Hey, peace and
I'm talking
blessings
to
to
the chat.
everybody that's joined the broadcast. No,
I would never be one of those black girls that have
Jesus.
anger inside and bitterness inside. And they like a lot of men perceive black women as anger and bitter because they don't smile and they don't express themselves. That's one of my most beautiful attributes is because I laugh and smile. Like when someone speak to me in my neighborhood or someone walk past me and smile, I smile back or say hello and greet them with a smile. This is natural for me. Like I would never ever make an excuse as to why I laugh. Like I feel like more black women need to release their laughter. Laughter is healing. Laughter is a remedy and healing for the soul. Like laughter is good. Even if I'm laughing at something stupid, it's stupid, because that's what you laugh at, stupid shit. Now, if anyone find my laughter inappropriate, that's okay. Like I feel like when I read the comments and someone say something absolutely asinine and absolutely stupid, I just laugh at them because I could come back like this is absolutely stupid. That would be rude for me to say that. That would that would be definitely
Yeah.
rude for me. And as far as zodiacs, I am a true Leo.
But
The only thing I would
you
say,
bring Bronx. You bring so much joy. You bring Bronx. You bring a lot of joy to people that's in a downtime moment. You know what I'm saying? If
thank
somebody
you,
have never had a laughter, you know what I'm saying?
thank you.
You do something. You do something to me where you make me so mad. Bronx,
No,
I'm
but
laughing now.
listen, I'm not for
You bring a
everyone.
joy to people. I don't want
Now
to listen right now.
I know I could shift
Security.
into a black Republican. I don't want to be that black Republican. Okay. That's just not me. I could be a black Republican, and because I feel like a lot of women on here, they commentary is like they sound like black Republicans, and I'm not a Republican fan. So I try to like be more progressive and in the not in the middle, but a different take on it and a different like different like light
Do you
on it.
want
Because
to
a lot
leave
of black women are too
Orleans?
serious. I feel like I just feel like if there's something down deep
Dal, you
inside,
there?
I'm here, deep down surface level that you
You
need
sound
to
like
pull out and laugh. Like, the laugh is here to stay, because I'm a G. I'm just saying, I just laugh at a lot of dumb shit. I find a lot of shit on this YouTube hilarious. I'm not gonna laugh at someone insulting someone like 24/7. That's just not me. Here we go, Sheila.
Bronx. You
Yes,
sound like you're
that's me.
underwater. I can't hear you.
Can y'all hear
Can
me?
somebody sound like you're underwater?
Yeah, you breaking up, Jersey girl.
You sound like you're underwater.
Can y'all hear
I
me
hear you now.
clearly?
I hear you now. I hear
You
you
can hear me clearly.
now.
I'm gonna read some. I'm gonna stand by. I'm gonna read some comments. Sheila said,
I
"Yes, that's me, Bronx girl. I love to laugh and talk to good people. Like I'm just really hating that a lot stores got those machines and no people to talk to. Right? Exactly. Let me see. Faye Kelly misunderstood. I didn't know she had been abused before. It sounds like she never healed from her past. Like I seen this. You ain't never lie. We laugh all the time. Thank you. This is like a close neighbor of mine. Like and I'm glad she's in here to like, it feels good when you have people that know you forever. I've known her over 10 years, and she could probably tell you that the person that I am on this broadcast is the person that I am in person. Like I'm not a fake ass person. I'm not phony. She love me. I'll tell her I love her. And it's just how we go. That's just our chemistry. And we are neighbors, and that's how it is. I don't know how other people do it, but once you have someone that that could back you up and support what you're saying, it's a good feeling. Thank you, Miss Pink Room Eats. But I understand where you coming from, Jersey girl. But what is your take on Mr. Latruth and his wife? Can you hear me? I lost
Jesus,
her.
Jesus, Jesus. All I can say is I've been in her situation before, and I stated that on somebody else's platform today, and it looked just like me. I've been there. I'm 56, and look 12. That girl is going through it. She don't know how she's gonna get out of it. And narcissistic behaviors are real. There are people that has been.
So someone in the comments said that Miss Briana has been through this before, right? She been through this before? So I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. I'm back. Misunderstood. I didn't know she had been abused before. It sounds like she never healed from her past. Listen, if Miss Brianna been through this before, she met someone like it's similar to the same abuse allegedly she endured, that's something that she has to come to terms with. But someone like a perpetrator, a predator, allegedly, and just talking like Mr. Latruth, he preyed upon the weak. That's why he picked her out. That's why he married her 11 years younger than him. What, she was in her 20s, he was in her 30s. He knew exactly what he was doing when he picked her out. He thought she was most men they talk about, oh, a trophy wife. Okay, whatever. Trophy wife, whatever. But no, that was somebody that he wanted to control and possess, and that's what he did. Okay, there's no excuses for his behavior. He was born that way, probably. He probably endured childhood trauma. He never got the help he needed because, there's a stigma in a Black community when it comes to men, Black men, and mental health. That is looked down upon. The first thing they tell you is to pray to God and ask for forgiveness. Okay, that does not hold up in a court of law. I'm just saying, that thank you. Thank you. Mental illness is real out here with our Black men. Facts, Bronx. Thank you. Shalonda, she need to do more like yesterday, every month, wake up people. Yeah. Wait. Because I saw a comment in here. I don't know if they still in here, but man, I couldn't go back. Hey, Coco Love, how are you? Summer Rain, how you doing? Like Pink Eats go back up that from the Bronx. Like, I mean, it's not even a define who we are, but a lot of Bronx girls have a different swag. Like people are quick to say and down Bronx girls, but our swag is original. Hip hop originated in the Bronx, So that's where we get most of our swag from, and our attitude and our personality. And we are, and now they trying to call Bronx girls like people from the Bronx bougie, but we live in poverty, but we just smart, and we just more like streetwise and book smart. I can back that up, and Pink Room Eats can back it up. I'm not even trying to be funny. It's just the truth, you know. I just let me see. Okay, thank you, Makisha. If you don't completely heal from a narcissist, you will keep attracting them. I've been with one and I still haven't completely healed. And that's why I still haven't been in another relationship. Exactly. And I feel like all women should take their time to heal and date in a allotted time. You don't have to jump back into relationships. Now, listen, I'm different from most people. Most people will accuse me of being a narcissist, and I'm nowhere near that. I know how to turn into a narcissist when you turn. Like if I'm dating a guy and I'm all nice, kind, and gentle and sweet, and he turned me, and he showed me like an ounce of deceit or betrayal, and I know that this is a more than a one-time thing. It's nothing to become a narcissist. Like you can play a narcissist in a relationship, cold, distant, not empathetic, promiscuous, whatever you want to make call it. Like I'm not affected by narcissists. Like I'm not, because I know how to deal with them, not how to handle them. And I know now people may say, well, don't like dispute or discredit my feelings. I'm not. Narcissists don't like strong women, and when they do, they need a shoulder to cry on, and we're not that. They become weak too with strong women. And I just feel like a lot of women that have been dealing with narcissists and have dealt and suffered that abuse, please, take some time for yourself, because freedom is beautiful and your life is more precious. You don't have to be under the guise or under the power of a sick, weak man. Like when I used to read about a narcissist, I'm like, damn, every man I probably dealt with was a narcissist, and they tell me I'm a narcissist. Like, I know how to, and I'm not trying to dispute or disregard anyone's feelings, so please bear with me. I know how to deal with a narcissist, not on that level of a psychopath, because narcissists fall under a psychopath also. Most of them are not violent. And I know a lot of people say that's not true, but like most of them probably are considered charming, decent, and put up a front for your family and your friends. That's like the beginning. But I never had a narcissist where I was like, oh shit, villains that have been with a narcissist. I'm just telling you how I am. Um, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm sorry. He was a total narcissist, right? Listen, I have fun with them. Like, like I feel like I transform into a narcissist too to let them know two could play the game, and I know how to leave the relationship and turn back. I get over people quickly. And Jersey Girl says she don't believe in zodiac signs, but Leos, we probably get hurt, but we get over shit quickly. We move to the next. That Especially their introduction was about business. I guess he's seen beauty and she's seen money. It was bad to begin with. They both had both motives. Listen, and that's another thing. I know a lot of people may say, like, I don't feel like it's wrong when a man, meet a woman and he has money and a woman goes for that, because men put us through a lot of shit. They expect you to be a robot. They expect you to be a machine. They want you to be submissive. They want you to do all these things. And they don't have no money. They don't have no integrity. They don't have no ambition. They just want you to worship them. That's one thing I don't do is worship any man at all. I won't. I mean, I know how to encourage men. I know how to support a man. I know how to feed a man ego and make him feel good. But to worship you like you are the God's gift to women, I don't think so. And that's what I meant. I had to get away from him. You know what I was going through with oh yeah. Thank you, Pink Room Eats, for sharing. I appreciate you. I just don't want to disregard or be insensitive to anyone's experience with someone that may have turned out to be the devil, right? And it's a perfect example here on YouTube where women are so quick to judge another woman, so quick to put the blame on another woman, to big up and support and encourage the men, despicable, discerning behavior that they forget about who is the victim. Briana is a baby compared to this man, right? So when he met her, he was in her she was in her late 20s, had a baby already. He's already in his 30s, probably had a little bit more to impress her with. So at one point in time in a relationship, he felt like he was still in character. He broke character and broke her trust. And that's what I got to say about that. You know what I mean? I think anyone could turn into a narcissist and bipolar. Both men and women then go back to normal, tend to match. And misunderstood. Don't say that because see, they don't understand. You know, they don't understand. Like I just feel like I'm going to get off of myself because I don't want anyone to think I'm insensitive because I'm just letting you know and giving you being vulnerable right now. I don't have a problem with like scaring a narcissist away forever. Like I become the devil when you become deceitful. I feel like if don't play mind games with me. This is one thing I don't play is games, and I don't play mind games. Like whoever you are is going to be revealed. His character was revealed. And they didn't even hit it to the 7 year itch. 7 years and they having problems before 7 years. Like what they say, you have come into problems that after 2 years or 7 years determines whether you're gonna be married or not. And she's 31, he's 41, and you couldn't keep a 31-year-old woman happy. You couldn't keep a 31-year-old woman happy that you married, that had children, and y'all had children together. You couldn't contain who you was or disguise who you was or get help for who you was. You sick bastard. You are a sick man. Your family coming to your aid and making it seem like Mrs. Briana is the problem. That goes to show you that you are deceptive. There is deception detected. You cannot hide who you are. Women like myself, who's 41, who's older, probably even Miss Brianna age, we can see right through you by your actions, by the way you speak, the way you talk, the words you use, the language you use, yeah, your body language. We're not stupid. Neither is Brianna. Let me go to the comments. It's 49 minutes. Okay, he came with a motive. Right, exactly. He came with a motive to control this woman, possess this woman, hold something over her, to make her feel like and isolate her from her family, to make her feel like, she needs him forever and ever, knowing that this girl had ambition, had skills, because if she walk away and don't turn back now, she will be okay. She will meet someone that would definitely love her and take care of her, and make her feel soft, and treat her gently, because she deserves that. Every woman deserves to be treated with respect and to be treated with kindness and gentleness. Not all this anger that you black men project into the world. And I'm talking about the black community, because that's what I mostly deal with, is black men. And the last year, I have met about 20, 30 men, and I never slept with none of them. They dismissed me, I dismissed them. See, I could take rejection. I could take rejection from a deceptive man, right? Because a deceptive man shows who he is in the beginning if you have a trained eye. They're not that good. Red flags show early in a relationship. And sometimes we women take the back seat like, oh no, that's just me judging. No. you know, that is actually who he is. Okay, let's be real. Who want a broke man that can't help out? Thank you, Sheila. Who want a broke man that can't help out? Exactly. Especially if the man is supposed to be the protector, the provider, and make his family feel safe and secure. No, he had too much responsibility on his hands he couldn't handle. So he took it out on the wrong person. So okay, I wanted to make sure it was you email back. Oh, hey Michelle. Thank you. Pink. That it was 7 years for me and him, but a bitch was scratching long before that. Right. I don't know why men think we're supposed to be submissive to you. You're not worthy of being submissive. It's okay. We women don't have a problem with being submissive. We don't have a problem with, feeding your ego, stroking your ego, making you feel good, encouraging you, supporting you, laughing, being independent, having a life of our own, spreading our wings. We don't have a problem with that. But when we do it, you feel like some type of like insecurity when a woman gain independence and value, and it show value and integrity amongst herself. So we get men like Mr. Latruth that yell loud and scream, and got his brother dressed up in Muslim garb talking about he's glad that Briana took responsibility for say she whatever she did to him. So what? She was protecting herself. That's what I'll be talking about with people. They sure do think we can't change or he'll change. Right. We think he'll change or think we can't change. Like shit, feelings change in the middle of a relationship. You probably 2 years in, like, you know what? I don't like you no more. You just haven't like made me happy. And I don't want to be with no one that doesn't make me happy. And people be like, oh, well, you're supposed to make yourself happy. You're supposed to be with someone that also add value to your happiness. Right? You're supposed to have fun with people. People always talking about men, women, talking about that's not my type. Yeah, you know what? It's a difference between having a type and between having standards. Just because you have a type, that don't mean you're compatible. Okay? That's how I feel about that. How did he come with a motive when she was the one that sent to him? Laughing. I'm just saying, definitely not taking up for him seeing if for what I'm sorry, definitely not taking up for him seeing if for what was put out video about both. Listen, he did have a motive. Anytime a man comes across a young, impressionable, vulnerable girl, he was excuse me, misunderstood. He was in his 30s, she was in her late 20s. He didn't have a motive. He didn't think she was fresh and pure and vulnerable and insecure and needy, right? Lack of confidence. I don't care how cute she may appear to be. He know how to prey upon women like that. And that's exactly what he did. He's supposed to provide for her, protect her, lead the way. He did none of that. And if he getting divorced in 6 years, then he's the problem. I'm not submissive type, hell with that. Exactly. I'm not the submissive type either. But you know what? I'm not going to lie. I couldn't become submissive, but with stipulations. No, you're not going to jump on top of me when you want to. You're not going to do this. And I'm not going to sit there and agree with your stupidity. If you are talking about something dumb and does not have any, like, I don't know, substance, I'm not going to agree with you. I'm not going to sit back and watch you make a fool of yourself. I will definitely step in and lead, take part and lead and say, listen, you bugging out. I guess that's not being submissive. Provide and protect me and make me want to do these things right. Let me see. Let me see. Because I'm going to end the live in a second. And his brother has 2 wives. What? And that's why he was so like boastful, talking down on Mrs. Briana while his brother is in a passenger seat. He looking dead at the camera. I'm like, oh my gosh, if you ever approach me with that garb on, I would say, oh, he's a nice looking man, but get out my face. I know, right? I'm evil. And 2 wives, the life of a polygamist. Oh, that is just a what a high class whore man. He want all these wives. I bet you he can't take care of none of them. Bronx girl met Bronx girl. He met her with 3 kids. Okay, they only have one little girl. Oh, okay, I just don't understand if it was all that beating going on. Why have a 50,000? Because it's not easy just to walk away from your abuser. I want everyone just for a second, just to listen to me for a second. The ones that's in the chat, I appreciate you. I feel good. I feel the warmth. I feel the reception. I feel the intimate chat that we have. And it's 123 in the chat. And I am grateful and I appreciate you. That means that what I'm saying and what you're listening to, you're interested. And I'm even more, excuse me, I'm even more willing to speak and become vulnerable in this moment because Faye Kelly said, I'm gonna read it, girl. He met her with 3 kids. Okay, I didn't know how many children she have, you know, um, and that's okay. They only have one little girl. I just don't understand if it was all that beating going on, why have a $50,000 destination wedding? Because you know what? Maybe she don't have no means that she have saved up on her own to walk out and don't come back. It's all about image. She just don't want to walk away from her abuser, a predator, because it's not easy like that. Maybe she think he would change. Maybe she putting up a front and airs. Maybe she putting up a character that she wants to portray to people that everything is peachy and creamy. I know people in this chat that's along with age with me in their 30s, in their 40s, 50s, and 60s know that this woman wasn't happy. Faye Kelly, keep it 100. Did you ever see that she was happy? Did she ever project to the world that she was happy? Faye Kelly, think about that. Early 20s, she just 30, been together for 6 years. See, early 20s, right? She's just 30, been together for 6 years. That is a red flag to me. And I'm not saying that older man can't date a younger woman, because I like older men myself. 10 years is good for me. But in my 20s, I'm not going to lie, I have dated men in their 50s and men in their 30s. You can say whatever you want about me. I'm just keeping it 100. And a man in his 50s taught me a lot. He said, listen, if you believe that love is 50-50, you sadly mistaken. He taught me a lot in my 20s. He wasn't a pimp. I never had sex with him. But he was just one person that I was like, and I never fell in love with him because he was teaching me the ways. I have a father that talk about men, and I don't understand and I don't agree with his ideology also. All right. I've dated men in their 30s when I was in my 20s and their 40s. You call me whatever you want to call me. I'm a person that don't have a problem or am ashamed of who I am or what I experienced in my life. Used to be telling me all the time to sit down, laughing out loud. Used to stay. Wait. There we go. Pink Room eats. Because he has childhood trauma and they love to inflict their pain onto others. They have, okay, thank you, Makisha. They have to have narc supply from somewhere. That is true. That's how narcs are. They have to stay with a supply. And once they finish with you, they discard you and never to return. What he is going to do is he's going to find some woman that is willing and ready and able to step in and take Brianna's place with no questions asked. Like if he come out today and say he's going to start dating and he's going to have a dating game, you will be surprised or won't be surprised how many women will line up just to meet him, because they are insecure with themselves. A man in his 30s is not necessarily more mature than a young lady in her 30s. Listen, I never met a man that was immature in his 30s and in my 20s, because you know what, men are supposed to have a certain quality about them, a certain confidence about them, and a certain just characteristic trait about them, and that's true. Just because he was in his 30s, that don't mean he's mature. But she saw something in him other than money, because money just ain't cutting it. She had a baby by him, and if you want to tell me that this woman is playing a role like as a trophy wife from the time she met him till now, I don't believe that. You know, he persuaded her and he manipulated her, because men and women manipulate each other. And we'll talk about that another time. But that's just how I felt. She should have been making a plan to run away on the Underground Railroad, in my opinion. Well, it's just not that easy. Exactly that part, but they got to be able to lead the woman. Exactly, you know, because I feel like when a man take the lead, I feel protected, I feel safe. Even though, you know, you run the household, the man run the finances. Like when I was staying with Zachary father, you know, I took the lead. Like, listen, I feel like I need to do certain things because you're not up for that. You know, he understood it. He understood that in order for us to survive, not survive, just have a decent relationship and we understand each other. Let me just take care of this and you take care of that. That's just how I feel, you know. Let me see. I'm gonna go to some more comments, and you know, we don't have to stay here too long. I'm proud of Briana for standing on her truth. Yes, I am proud of her too. It's not easy coming forward in front of the in front of the firing squad, and they have questions, and you laying it out on the line. Like, this man abused me. This man has treated me in such a heinous, disgusting, despicable way. Why is there questions about why how he treated me? He caught her at a vulnerable time in her life. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. Thank you, Jacqueline. He knew exactly what he was doing. And he continued to do it. But you know what he did? He broke character. You see, a narcissist, they break character. You can't hide who you are for so long. That's what I learned. If you're going to call them a narcissist, you know, it just takes, it just, you can't just become someone that you're not. You are who you are. You want to be who you be. And that's just how I feel about that in that situation. She has her own money. She is very successful on the internet. Listen, just because she has her own money, that don't mean in this situation, that don't mean that it means anything in the situation. I'm pretty sure she probably have her money saved up for a rainy day. But she have 3 children. I guess someone said before him, and 1 child with him, 4 children. I mean, 4 babies, right? Because they babies. They under a certain age, they babies. So she may rely and depend on him more because he have more than her, right? So it's not easy for a woman that's in an abusive relationship, especially a public figure, just to walk away so suddenly. I just feel like women, we as women, who question a woman like Brianna and the manner that we question her in, and and just the illogical questions that people have for her is absolutely asinine. That's sad in the world, in the culture today in 2022, where we supposed to stick together, support each other, and encourage each other, and what, place a crown on another woman. I heard someone say that they hope that Brianna and the predator work things out. How could you come back from working something out like that? How could you, as a man, lay with a woman and she is hurting and suffering inside? You know, Latruth suffer in silence. He project a lot of deception, and and I'm not gonna like go further into it because I know people have to feed their families and people have things to do, but that's not right to question a woman and her integrity and why she should have left and why she didn't leave. That is not right at all. That is absolutely mind boggling. I'm gonna read some comments, so and then I'm gonna log off. So so he can beat their ass too, but then again, men that beat on women, they know who to pick and who not to pick. Exactly. They know who to pick and who not to pick. Because someone like me that don't like to be mistreated at any moment. I like to be treated with respect and admiration in many instances. I mean, that's not like you have to admire me all day, every day, because I'm not a statue and I'm not a god, but I deserve respect every day. So he found like pleasure in that. A sadist. I don't know. I'm going to write the word. He enjoyed pleasure in doing the things he did to her. Okay. Let me see. Wait. She said she was paying for everything because she had to step forward and put up a front. Like everything is peachy and creamy. And he felt insecure that she gained her independence. And that should tell you right there, Daphne, that when she gained her independence, he became more insecure and it became more enraged and volatile. That should tell you right there, right? I just let me read these comments so we could close out this show. So, okay, I read Sheila Cutie Sweets. Hey, hi, Cutie Sweets, and I'm thinking of you, and I know that recently you lost your husband, and I hope you are doing well and okay, and it's so great to see you in this chat at this moment, participating in this conversation. Your presence is welcome and appreciated, and I'm going to wrap my loving arms around you because you did lose someone that you love, your husband, and that's like something that you probably will experience and with until the end of time, because when you take those vows that to death do us part, and then when death finally comes, it's like, oh, this is what they mean, to death do us part. So sadistic. Thank you. uh thank you, Pink Room Eats. Wait. Let me read the thank you, cutie sweets. Let me go back. Thank you, Daphne. Okay, so exactly. Her dad spoke on the phone and he said this has been going on. I told her to leave him. See, girl, these ninjas are all drinking the cafeteria Kool-Aid. Exactly, they are. I agree, Bronx girl. Black women most are against one another. That is true. This last incident. Hey, Terry, how you doing? This last incident were both were at fault. She was the aggressor. She grabbed, pulled, sprayed Mace, and hit him before he put the tote on her. Men should not hit women. Girl, listen, Terry Wilson. So you mean to tell me she was the aggressor? She grabbed, pulled, sprayed Mace, and hit him before he put the tote on her. What is the tote? I'll let the chat respond to that because don't come in here. Excuse me. You are welcome in here. You welcome to your opinion. Of course, you are welcome, entitled to your opinion. It is accepted and is welcome. But to come in here and say that she was the aggressor, I know a lot of women have that type of mentality that she was the aggressor, that she did this, that she did that. Men are much stronger than women. Men are much powerful than women. Okay, if she did all that, she had a reason to. And I'm not saying that women should hit on men at any point or any time. Maybe she was defending herself from a predator, right? Maybe she was defending herself from this predator. So she had to get weapons to defend herself. What if she knew martial arts and like broke his neck? What would you have said then? Bronx girl, nothing changes until you change it. That's true. She will change it because now she got the whole world on her back. Makia, yeah, I keep seeing that. I'm like, why y'all want them to work it out so bad? Are they not listening to her? If you go back to a narc, it get worse. They hate being exposed. Exactly. And that's why when he was in that car riding with his brother, he hate and he is humiliated that his actions behind doors are in the forefront. Right? He don't know how to take it. He don't know how to accept it. It is hurting him inside. He is suffering and in silence. I hope that he get the help he need because most people that are exposed, they take the most, I don't know. Let's just pray. I'm not going to pray for him because I don't pray for people like him. Let's just hope that he get the help he need so the children can have a better future. You know? Um, Here we go. She paid for everything when he was in the She paid for everything. There we go. She paid for everything when he was in the hospital. See? So she took the lead. He felt insecure. He felt inferior to her because she stepped up and took care of the household. She didn't let the household, collapse. Thank you, Candace. Everyone, do me a favor before we go. If you haven't already, hit the like button. I appreciate if you hit the like button, because I'm not going to be on long. Thanks, Bronx Girl. One day at a time. You're welcome. I have you in my thoughts one day at a time. She also said facts brought. Wait, sorry, because I'm gonna end the live in a second. I just don't want to end the live without no, she was trying to. Well, no, she was trying to get his personal stuff. That made her the aggressor. Really? So she's sitting there like, give me your phone. She the aggressor. So that means he had to bop on the head because she picked up this phone, or she's sitting there yelling and screaming and throwing her hands up like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. She's the aggressor because she telling him she hate her and he feeling like inferior or feel like his life is in danger. So that's why he did what he did to her. Oh my gosh. I'm not even trying to disregard anyone's comment. I'm just trying to show you that you cannot just say that she's an aggressor. This is all built up anger that she had inside of her from a long time. And she's showing it, and she's using her anger probably in the wrong way. Facts, Bronx. She had no other choice but to defend herself. Oh, thank you, Miss Chocolate 47. Look, sound like because Miss Chocolate 47 is from the acceptable. It's from New York City to Brooklyn in the house. Sound like she had enough of his abuse, and so she stood up to thank you. She was the aggressor. She said it herself. She was grabbing his phone. This started about that is no reason for him to whoop her behind because listen, I have went through men phone. I'm like, yo, I went through your phone. What are you doing? I saw the girls you talking. Men, they usually talk to women. They see women on Instagram. And listen, I'm not the type of woman to get mad because my man like the woman on Instagram. He is a man. If he see a beautiful woman and he like her picture, I am grateful that he has shown that woman some type of respect, and he probably fantasizes about her. I fantasize about other men. I like he know any man I knew that I was with knew that I love Ice Cube, and I was only in love with Ice Cube until he broke my heart and when he started trying to whatever. But what I'm saying is, listen, that is no reason for you to like respond to her going through your phone like that. Maybe you could have calmed her down and assured her that listen, this is not what you think it is. If you want to gaslight her, I'd rather you gaslight her than fight her. He don't believe in God, but he made a post asking for prayers. He did. So BK, you didn't see her first 3 videos. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna go to a little bit more. Faye Kelly, my husband and I answered one another's phone. Right. Like I used to tell Zachary Father, listen, if you want to look through my phone, go ahead. Your phone is the window to the soul. Whatever you want to know about a person, you go through their phone. I learned that from a crime investigator, a detective on, the ID channel. He is absolutely right. If you want to know about a person, go through their phone. And I'm not saying do it aggressively, and I'm not saying do it to like get a reaction out of person. But sometimes you do need to go through people's phone, your man, if you don't feel like he's being honest, and just go through it once just to clear any misunderstandings. And this is not advice as to like just go through your man's phone. You got to do it responsibly. You got to do it for any clarification you may need in the future, because some men be on a down low. Brock, she was high wrestling. When I don't know what that means. Terry Wilson, can you reiterate before I go? Because we at 113. When did she know he didn't believe in God and she does? They both need help. I'm not going to get into the belief of God because I'm not going to question his beliefs. A lot of people don't believe in God. Some people are what is it called? Atheists. Atheists don't believe in God. Antagonists, and I don't know. They don't know if a God exists or not. So I'm not going to get into his belief. I feel like people should have that sorted out, because I tell men and I tell people if they bring it up. Like I have dealt with men and been with men, and I don't have to bring up my beliefs to them because we don't talk about it. But if it comes up, I will tell. I don't believe in God, but I respect people who do believe in God. I have been to church. I have sang in church. I know about God. I read the Bible. I know, So I'm not going to push against his beliefs. And that should not be an excuse for nobody to be fighting if you believe in God or not. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't like fight him on his beliefs about God. If you don't believe in God, that's who he is, and that's okay. A lot of people don't believe in God. And that's okay too. And people that do believe in God, that is even better. You have a belief, you have a faith, and it's nothing wrong with that. I would never persecute or argue with someone for their beliefs. You know, that's just how I feel about that. Look, look, Q was my man. Hold up, Leela. He was the only man I was ever in love with. I'm gonna take the live to a lighter side. I loved him. That's my ideal man. Like, oh gosh. And then when I don't know, Gemini's, he's a Gemini. He transformed. They have the tendency to have multiple personalities. You be like, I thought you loved me. And then, he be like, I do. And then the next day you be like, oh, you do? And the next day you don't. But when Ice Cube met up and said he wanted to make, talk with Trump, I felt like he broke my heart. And that's the only man I was ever in love with, honestly speaking. But, that's neither here nor there. And I just would like to just say thank you to the people that stayed with me for this length of time, for this sensitive topic. Hey, Jackie. And it wasn't easy. It's never easy tackling a topic of this nature, and it's very sensitive. And I just would like to say before anyone log off, if you're still here, abuse is never okay. If you know someone or you are a victim of abuse, there is help available. Please try to leave before it's too late, because life is precious. And many women don't get to tell their stories. And this is domestic violence awareness month, right? So it's just only right that we speak of this in this chat respectfully. The chat was respectful, the chat was participating, they gave feedback, and this is how it should be. I love you for listening, I love you for your insight and your perspective, and I just appreciate you for allowing me to be who I am. And that's all that matters. So we'll resume on Friday, hopefully, because I did come late. Zachary is sleeping, and I want to clear up some things. And I just want to say this to all the people that's in here right now. You know what? When Jersey Girl came up here and said, she don't believe in zodiacs, but if you're a Leo and you are in here right now at this moment, I just want y'all to back me up for a second. Is it true or not true that because Leos are the only sign that represent the sun, we do, that we pull back because either things could be draining or we need to recharge. And like, I'm doing this live right now, so only a real Leo can understand that I'm not going to come back until Friday because I need to recharge. I need to reset. I don't like to be drained, but I like to be fresh, and I like to give my audience a fresh perspective. And I don't like to come up here with an attitude, and I don't like to be bitter or miserable. And Leos are compassionate. It's surface level deep. I guess it's deep level surface. I don't know. We are compassionate. We have hearts, and we are empathetic. Leos tend to think with their mind instead of their heart. Right? Thank you, Lauren. Don't we have to recharge and reset? So you will understand, Lauren, if I fall back until Friday, because you be like, oh, Bronx Girl had that live. I know she ain't gonna come back for a couple of days because she have to recharge and reset before she let anything drain her. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I appreciate everyone for coming, and I appreciate everyone for just supporting me at this time. Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate that. I'm a Scorpio, but I see that in Fee. Right? Fee is a real Leo, and I mean, she is a real Leo. Like, she probably a little bit more introverted and shy than I am, but I'm an extrovert introvert. So when I go home and when I log off, I'm gonna think about what I said. I'm gonna think about the comments, but I'm taking it all in because I need to reset and I need to recharge. So if you hear me and you heard this live, now you know how I operate, and now you know a little bit of me. I have to recharge and reset. So Fee too, she is a real Leo. Like, Leos are real. So there's a lot of fake Leos out there, a lot of them. But when you read about Leos and describe our personalities, everything don't match up, but most majority does. But thank you for listening to my insight and my perspective, and I will see you on Friday. Candace, I love you. I love you, Candace.